Deciding right now if I want to file a lawsuit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new Slobmeal video, and in today's video we will be covering Skeppy's response. Now, in regards to this, if you have no idea what I'm talking about in regards to the Skeppy situation, I have made 3 videos going extensively over the Skeppy situation, from its inception and the original allegations, to some updates with the situation midway through, and then the retraction of their allegations. We have covered everything here on the channel, so if you do want to go and watch those videos and get up to date with the situation and come back to watch the coverage of the response, go and do that. We'll always be here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Skeppy did decide to drop his response today, and this is something that he'd been speaking about on his community tab, and had even mentioned at the end of one of his latest videos.
I wanted to quickly talk about something. Someone shared a tweet with me today, and I just want to say it is absolutely not true. I would never, ever do those things, and I'm planning on making a full response in detail if I need to. But yeah, sorry for putting this here. I have just been inactive on Twitter, so yeah.
Another concern I had as well is because these awful allegations got retracted by the people, I was worried that he wouldn't address the allegations fully, because whilst these are false allegations and they have been done horrifically bad, like the PowerPoint low-key allegations, a lot of them are based in some type of truth. And when I'm saying this, I mean more like one of them was an alleged mod of Skeppy's, stuff like that. And there are some things that Skeppy could clear up, like with the first accuser, for example, did they actually date? Did they actually have a type of relationship going on there? With the second one, did they actually play Minecraft? And the third PowerPoint one, I honestly don't care even if he did address that or not, because I do think it's important for Skeppy to properly respond, even if the people that did accuse him did a pretty poor job and did post retractions, because I think it's important for his side of the story to be out there fully. So when I saw this response was 2 minutes, I was genuinely a little bit concerned, regardless of the other factors, like the PowerPoint allegation, for example, being so terribly bad.
Hey, okay, so I'm making this update video to talk about a few things, mostly regarding the community post I put out a few days ago. Basically, there was an account that put out some horrible, serious, and fake allegations about me. It had spread on the internet quickly, and eventually it was all taken back and deleted because the accusations were just completely false from the start.
I do get that these claims are most likely bullshit, something that we've pointed out on this channel. The things that we've laughed at, like the low-key allegations, shouldn't go dismissed. But I do think that Skeppy, to a certain degree, should address these allegations, even if they have been retracted. I don't think he should just write them off as, yeah, these are false, I'm not going to say anything about them. I still do think he should say something about them if he is going to make a response.
I'm glad the users retracted, deleted, or apologized for what they posted, but it certainly did not undo all the harm it caused.
Which I do agree with. There are lots of people that will forever believe that Skeppy is a groomer, that he did do these outlandish things that these accusers were claiming. And especially in the Minecraft community, where these labels do tend to stick, where people don't really care about evidence, where people don't really care about things that would actually make these allegations true. People don't care about that in the Minecraft community. People will just run with accusations in the wind. Of course, outside of the Minecraft community, and even in the Minecraft community to a certain extent, these allegations were heavily criticized and, exposed.
So I'm deciding right now if I want to file a lawsuit.
So there we have it. He is in the process of deciding if he wants to pursue this legally and file a lawsuit against his accusers. Now, I don't know if this would be for the first and second accuser and the anonymous person that went through one of the other accusers, or just the 2 main accusers. What I also do find it pretty interesting about this is it was pretty universally agreed online that the retractions were written like they had been threatened legally in some way, shape, or form. They hear all the points, the phrasing doesn't match up with how they were talking in their other posts and statements. It very much gave that feeling that they had been threatened legally with legal action. So I'm interested if that's the case or if that isn't the case, and this is the only legal thing that Skeppy has possibly looked into. Of course, that also means that if this is the route he wants to go down, the avenue that he wants to pursue, that means that he might necessarily not want to talk about all the accusations publicly online to such a degree.
But in the meanwhile, I ask that nobody sends hate or threats or anything like that to these people, because that's just not going to help anyone. Claims that are fake, like the ones used against me, seem like an absolute insult to real victims.
Especially over the past couple of years, where false allegations have been absolutely rife on the internet space. Not only now against bigger popular content creators, but smaller ones too, and this is happening more and more frequently, with, I'm genuinely being serious, probably at least 1 to 2 false allegations a month at this point. But that makes genuine victims incredibly hard to come forward with their accusations against people, whether that is to do with grooming, abuse, or whatever it may be. It becomes 100% more difficult because of the absolute rife amount of false allegations on the internet at the moment. But I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing to genuinely pursue legal action here, set a precedent about false allegations, that this is something that if you do accuse somebody of things that are false or under false pretenses, this is something that might genuinely happen to you.
And I cannot stress that enough. So I hope at the very least people can use this as some sort of lesson to prevent creating and spreading misinformation, especially when it's about such a serious matter.
I mean, unfortunately, this will never be the case. This is no exception. There have been false allegations more and more prominently each and every year. Take a look at a big false allegation like the ones against Kwai. Did that change the way that a vast majority of people went about allegations outside of the commentary community and outside of content creators? Not really. Loads of people are still pushing false allegations, aren't really waiting for both sides, are very much of the mindset of guilty until proven innocent. Or false accusations more close to home. Take somebody like Dream, who was false accused and then proved his innocence. People didn't really care. People haven't gone about accusations in the Minecraft community any differently since, so I don't think there's any reason to believe that people will, because this situation exists. It would be a nice thing, but there will always be people that go about and push false accusations and do more of a guilty until proven innocent approach.
A lot of people will only read a title or headline and run with it, which just causes more people to jump on that train because it's shocking or exciting to them. So to those of you who took time and spoke up against it, I thank you and I appreciate you. And I also want to say a huge thank you to all my friends, content creators, and especially my fans who have reached out to me and have just been super supportive.
The thing is, ultimately what he is thanking people for is the bare minimum. People, before posting about serious claims, serious accusations, should be reading the document, should be taking a look at the pieces of evidence provided, seeing what is genuinely being shared there before they come to a conclusion or thoughts and their opinions at that time. And then of course as well, you should be waiting for the other person's response, the response of the person who is getting accused. That is something that is incredibly vital.
Anyway, I plan on resuming uploads probably around the 14th, and I'm really excited to get back to making content. So yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna take a little bit more time to chill, but if you do want to support me, please like the video, subscribe. If you watch my other videos, I appreciate you so much and you are a legend. Also, if you really want to go the extra mile, if you join my Minecraft server, I'm probably going to be online, so that'd be awesome if you want to say hi. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and I will see you guys soon.
And that was Skeppy's quote-unquote response. One thing you'll notice about this video is it isn't necessarily a response, it's more just saying it, yeah, these are 100% false, that's his public stance of this, all of this is false, I might be pursuing some type of legal action like a lawsuit, and you know, I will be back soon, please subscribe. Look, especially with the idea of possibly pursuing legal action against these people, I wasn't really expecting like an hour-long breakdown of these allegations step by step. I think that would be completely unreasonable, especially after the amount of time that this came out in. But I was expecting just something a little bit more of a statement in regards to the accusations and a few of the details there, some clarifications, even if he is claiming that all of the stuff here is fake, and stuff like the PowerPoint, of course, is genuinely diabolical. That's very much the feeling I had after watching that, and I was glad that I genuinely wasn't alone in what I was feeling there. People online have taken to express how they feel in regards to that. And look, when I say that I would just wanted him to address a little more things, or maybe just go into a little more depth, wasn't expecting like an hour breakdown there, I'm not talking about random things like, oh, the misgendering accusations. I honestly, when it comes to a serious situation like that, do not care about stuff like that. I'm more focused on the serious accusations that are taking place here. And of course, the main takeaway from this is the possibility of him pursuing legal action, something I'm incredibly fascinated with, and I'm very interested to see where that does go. If that's something that he genuinely does decide to do, the updates he might post in regards to that, I think that could be incredibly interesting. So unfortunately, overall, I really didn't think that Skeppy's response was done particularly well. I didn't think it was the best that it could possibly be. It's less than 2 minutes. I mean, it really isn't that good. I get they retracted it, I get that he's possibly pursuing some legal action, I get all these factors, I've heavily criticize these allegations, but I do think an addressal to some degree of these accusations, even just the bare minimum, would have gone a long way in comparison to the less than 2-minute update response video we ended up getting. But everybody watching, what's your thoughts on all of this? Please feel free to leave your comments down below, even if you do in fact disagree with my opinion here. And once you're done there, please consider leaving a like and subscribing and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. If there are any major updates in these Skeppy accusations, of course I will be covering them here on this channel, but of course as well I make an array of other videos, so yeah, please feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell. So I've been your host Samuel, and I will catch you in the next YouTube video. Goodbye.